Hello, everyone. Welcome to your November 2024 horoscopes. This month we have big energies, new energies coming in, a lot of energies shifting, and some are coming out of retrograde. And I will put up a November planet alignment with the degrees so you can take a screenshot right after this brief, I promise, really brief intro. And please excuse my voice. I do have a cold, but I'm still trying to power through. All right, let me put up the alignment for you. Okay, so this is the November's 2024 planetary lineup. Um, you can take a screenshot here. Stop the video and take a screenshot. So this is the 1st through the 9th, and the 9th through the 19th, and the 19th to the 27th. So these are the main um, shifts that are happening, and you can follow with me. Okay, so we're gonna start my video editor. Well, one, I have a cold. I'm sorry for my raspy voice, and my video editor is like really slow. So it's not, well, it's the best one I can get for free because I'm just starting out. So I'm going to only be doing probably two signs the most for each video. So I'll have a pinned comment with the links to the other videos and any other pertinent information that you may need or I mention in the video. So look for the pinned comment, okay? Hi, Scorpio. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I just wanted to mention really fast, if you didn't grab the intro, there is a planetary alignment with the planets and degrees in the beginning part. So if you wanted to take a screenshot of that, and please excuse me, I have a cold, so my voice is kind of raspy, and I've had really difficult time with video editors. I'm on my third one right now. That's why the late uploads. Plus, I ended up with, just because I don't know what I'm doing with video editing, so I ended up with one where it doesn't give me a lot of room. So I've sped up the audio so I can have a shorter video and compress it more. So if it is too fast for you, just on the YouTube video, on the video itself, there's a settings icon. I think it's the lower right hand corner. If you want to click on that, and you'll see speed, and you can slow it down because I had to speed up the video that way. Okay, so let's get right into your scope. Um, so in this video, I'll first discuss two aspects this month that happens yearly for you, and it is the object of your attention this month. It is your own. It is a new moon in your own sign. So it is about your first house, your physical appearance, wardrobe, and your profile. And Sagittarius um, will have activity there. So that's your second house of job, income, and value system. We'll also discuss Mars being in Cancer, which is your ninth house of long distance travel, higher education, foreigners, publishing, philosophy, and the World Wide Web. And how Mars then will move to Leo and your 10th house of career, status, reputation, and authority figures. And Mars will spend a long time here. It's going to go retrograde, but I'll explain that later. Then I'll discuss Pluto's departure from Capricorn, which is your third house of community, neighbors, commuting. Most importantly for you, communication, social media. It also covers siblings and cousins and any extended family here. And how Pluto will end up in the sign of Aquarius, which is your fourth house of home and family, and what that means for you. Finally, I will mention a couple of significant planets making some moves this month, and that will end the synopsis of November for you. So, right after that, I will go over the November monthly lineup regarding the big hard hitting aspects. I'm not going to cover the trines and sextiles because they're soft aspects and most of you will not even feel them. But like I said, look at the degrees and match them up against your natal chart, and you'll see where it might be affecting you. Also, a very good way to get a much clearer picture is listening to your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant. And that gives you a really clear picture, okay? So, like I said, the first part of this month has you focusing on you, yourself, your profile and appearance. And it is, like I mentioned, a yearly checkup on how you appear to others, and to see if you need like a change here, um, change of wardrobe, hairstyle, gym, and all that stuff. But this time around, I suspect there's more to it than a simple yearly checkup, Scorpio. There is something in the background here. Looking at your chart, hmm, and all the aspects, I spy something strategic being set up regarding your profile, which is nice and exciting. So, like I mentioned, you did have a new moon in your sign, and naturally, the moon is in its fall in your in Scorpio because it rules Cancer. So it's a little far away from home base. So this is just suggests like a winter hibernation on this new opportunity regarding your profile. And you may be working on perfecting your appearance and profile that you will use somehow to your advantage come spring next year. A launch of some kind? You never know. I mean, sure, but many people do start a gym membership in the winter to like maybe get in shape or stay in shape for the summer. But looking at the second half of the month for you too, and into next month and even next spring, there's definitely something quite significant brewing for you. So let us look at the other sign which has your attention this month. Okay, so you are heavily communicating, negotiating, um, texting, emailing, and waiting on a couple of callbacks. And it has something to do with your Sagittarius related house, which is your second house of job, income, and your value system. So, who you will and will not sell out for. And it looks like you're not only wanting to maybe change your job, maybe change your location, but you're wanting to change your neighborhood, yeah, and or change something about your living conditions too. Um, okay, so first Mercury, the trickster planet and the messenger of the gods, goes retrograde 3 times a year, and he has chosen to retrograde in Sagittarius for the final time this year. So Mercury will enter Sagittarius early in the month, so I think it's today or tomorrow, but it has it on the planetary lineup. Um, but it will be in shadow retrograde already by the 7th. Okay, so if you have not secured an agreement by before the 7th of this month, expect delays, changes, or maybe even cancellations, and maybe even new factors coming into play, um, because you do not have all the information at your fingertips. It will go. Mercury will go retrograde on the 25th and will not clear its retrograde shadow until after New Year's Day, the 2nd. And that is when you will have all the facts to make an informed decision here. Now, it is just dress rehearsal right now, only because, like I said, you don't have all the facts, and Mercury is whizzing back and forth um, over these degrees and getting you more information from others. So, my advice on this is just the usual retrograde scenario. Double check, but also have plan A, B, C, and even D, because you don't want to be like frustrated or something. If you're waiting on something else, it can mess you up. Okay, so notwithstanding, you have had powerful Pluto in your third house of communication, short distance travel, social media, your community, neighbors, siblings, cousins, and extended family relatives are included in the third house. I mentioned social media, yes. Simply your need to be heard. Now, for some, and maybe on the younger side, this may be about getting a new communication device or a car. But for most of you, he needs to get a new muffler. But for most of you, this has been a grueling 15-year transformation about being heard properly. Language barriers can be in here. Um, the whole censorship is big here. Uh, Otherwise, it can be controlling neighbors, commuting problems, maybe costing you jobs and attendance, power struggles with siblings or cousins, et al. Well, welcome to Pluto, building your confidence and twisting you inside out to now being in control and being very powerful with the spoken word and published word. You are now on the cutting edge of what the new free media will look like. Um, Hardly any censoring will be tolerated by you um, uh, and the likes of you anymore. Pluto has worked in the background also, demoting people who have been controlling, um, power hungry, who abuse their power in this area. Now, P. Diddy comes to mind. Okay. Um, so you saw the fall of him. Also, Young Thug. Um, and winning his RICO case just like the day before yesterday against the city of Atlanta, as Fannie Willis at the Atlanta's district attorney's office um, actually tried to silence his lyrics and music, um, and or even I gathered like even threatened him with RICO. Um, but in any case, and I can name many more. You can look up what happened with Young Thug's trial, but he has been released, and I was happy for him. Okay, but now, yes, but now you can see it around you. Once Pluto leaves Capricorn, the big guys are going to shrink, be demoted, opening up all kinds of possibilities for people like Scorpios, Scorpions, who have just graduated from Pluto's Communication University and can now shape the direction of a new type of media. Okay? Hopefully, you have come to appreciate the deep down fundamental and, yes, at times like heart wrenching change that Pluto demanded of you. I'm sorry about the cars. I just like the window open. I get claustrophobic. So, yeah, all right, we'll let the motorcycle with a bad muffler pass. It has passed. So, deep down fundamental mental change that Pluto demanded and Capricorn cautioned, slow and steady wins the race with your communication, empowering you ever so much more, paving the way for now Fast and the Furious Aquarius, bringing in a futuristic, uplifting pace to benefit the collective and everyone. So AI now can, you can be using AI to further any communication ideas you want to tackle, which is a great segue into telling you that Pluto leaving Capricorn and now entering Aquarius, it will be entering your fourth house of home and family, parents, um, town and country. And yes, you have big dreams, and you may have thought that they were unreachable or unattainable regarding home and family. But Aquarius is a much, much more different energy than Capricorn. Capricorn has its strengths, but if you thought that something was unattainable or unreachable with home and family, get ready. The theme of this month is be careful what you wish for, because Aquarius will give you that and more, but it'll come at you um, with dizzying speeds. So if you have big dreams and you may have thought, well, no, well, I've been telling the other signs too, as Betty Davis said in that movie, put on your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it will be a dizzying, fast, bumpy ride, and very uplifting though. You know, it will be a breath of fresh air. It won't be as serious and cautionary as Capricorn was. and we will all immediately feel it. But it is still Pluto, and Pluto. Well, I've been calling him the bully Pluto in my other videos because I was so angry with my video editor program, and I've been saying, "Oh, please forgive me, Pluto. Don't get mad." But both Pluto and Aquarius are here to empower you through the most powerful and unconditional love of family, parents, and home and country. Okay, the of course this transit can also manifest in restrictions, confusion, or the way it mostly will go is you'll feel like on a roller coaster, and you will climb to the highs will be as high as Aquarius is an air sign. But the lows will be equally deep. Pluto taking you back down inside of you um, to change this area for you. Okay, um, and I will do a dedicated video for Pluto and Aquarius because it's very detailed. It's 20 years. It's a 20-year transit, and people are freaking out like, oh my god, 20 years. It's not going to be every single day for 20 years. You'll have your normal life. Other planets will do other things. This it's Pluto, so it's an outer planet, so it affects slow grinding change. And again, it's Aquarius, so it'll be uplifting. It won't be so serious. Um, and if you're not going in blind here, because if you try to think back to uh, January, February of 2023, something unique started for you with home and family, and also this year, Pluto left Capricorn and entered Aquarius January through May before it retrograded back into Capricorn for this unfinished business. But if you remember January through May, something unique, something innovative regarding your home and family situation, you started you began, it jump started, but it might have fell in the background when Pluto retrograded out. So, and another way to know what it really is about to of any transit, you should listen to your sun sign, moon, and ascendant, and you'll get a clear picture. And like I mentioned earlier, you can get a birth chart and see where Aquarius is in your chart, where Pluto is, and the degrees. Um, let's see, I covered that. So yeah, but for this month, I'm just wrapping up with Pluto. I mean, I'm just wrapping up the last couple of bumps. Sorry, uh, you will have with Pluto and Capricorn, as it is still here for a couple of weeks or until the 19th. And once Pluto leaves and enters Aquarius, Ceres, the master negotiator um, of compromises, who brought her son in law, Pluto, to his knees, comes into Capricorn. And she offers a much different energy, too. So, whatever is lingering, because we're going to have a couple of oppositions with Pluto, she'll offer compromises in two or three stages. One will be early December, another sign off will come by Christmas, and then the final will be by New Year. Excuse me. And it will be well past in the rearview mirror. But like I said, um, especially for you, it has really given you a new opportunity for something exciting. Sorry, I'm gonna drink water. Okay, so I closed the windows because it was just too loud. And it's a Sunday. I don't know what's going on. In any case, the other thing that I'm going to discuss a little bit is Mars. It has been in Cancer, and that is your ninth house of long distance travel, higher education, philosophy, the World Wide Web. Publishing is inclusive in here, foreigners or foreign places. So you've been busy either putting out fires here or it's giving you like the extra drive to tackle these things because it is Mars. Um, Mars is the god of war. But it's Cancer, so Mars is a little muted here, debilitated. But it's still Mars. You had heat going on here. Now it will give you a reprieve because it's leaving Cancer for a short stint and going on to Leo, and that will be a different energy. Leo is your 10th house of career, status, and reputation. And I think mentioned this in your October horoscope. I think I remember something about this. I think you might have traveled somewhere and it was regarding your career or a career offer or signing up a partner, uh, a platonic or a business partner. Maybe you're wanting to change partners, something in that mix. So uh, Mars actually helped here. But what my point is when it leaves into Leo and you concentrate again on your career and status and authority figures, it'll retrograde back through Leo and into back into Cancer over the same degrees, and then it'll go forward. So Mars is going to stay in these two damn signs till about well after spring next year. And when something like that, because Mars only spends like a few weeks in each sign, so this signals that there's going to be a huge change in these two houses for you. Okay, and maybe you are a student and you're traveling to see different unis, um, and maybe you have a scholarship, so your career and reputation is in focus. But for the other ones, it has to do about not just a regular schmegular job. It has to do with uh, even maybe investors, because you are seriously doing something with media and communication, and maybe you're sourcing out, you're traveling and meeting these investors or something like that. Um, in any case, that's speculation on my part, and only you know what's going on here. But oh yeah, this is what I wanted to let you know is because Mars will retrograde. Um, just have plan B and C on this, because when it retrogrades, just like Mercury, things change, things get canceled, things get switched because there's some information out there that you haven't received yet, or these people haven't gotten yet. And maybe on their end something happens that is not within their control. So what I'm trying to say is just have backup plans here, okay? Or if you get delayed, not to be frustrated. All right, so I touched on Mars and all that. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to let you know, since Leo is your 10th house of career and status and authority figures, they'll be like Leo people. They'll be very, egocentric, but they'll be very magnanimous. But Mars is here, so there's heat here. And you have gotten to be a much more soft spoken Scorpio now that Pluto was in here. So don't don't reciprocate with any heated words if there are heated words coming at you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna move on. All right, and lastly, so there's some kind of shift, one or two shifts happening, and you may be apprehensive here because it's Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of shock, surprise, of electricity, lightning. So Taurus is your seventh house of partnerships. So ever since 2018, um, your partnerships have been either really exciting um, or really surprising. Because Uranus has just been shaking up this house for you because it was thought it was too boring for you. But there will be one or two more shifts happening, but the beginning of the year will be the beginning of the end because Uranus will leave Taurus in May and it'll go on to Gemini. And that is going to be your eighth house of joint finances and intimacy. Um, but it's money that you receive from others. So you'll have a few surprises there. Okay, Scorpio, let me go quickly over the planetary lineup. So, like I mentioned, we did have the new moon in your excuse me, in your sign, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna do the oppositions and the hard hitters. So on the third, and that's today. But like I said, with the opposition, even if you don't hear it today, with the opposition, Sirius is coming in to negotiate something here. So uh, knowing this information is still beneficial. Mars in Cancer, and again, that's the heat regarding your travels, and foreigners will oppose Pluto in Capricorn. This is a dead opposition. It's not a square. There's no room to negotiate here and now on the third. Um, it's either Cancer's way or Pluto's way, or Mars's way or Pluto's way, and we all know who will win. It'll be Pluto. Um, but this will be the last opposition in these signs in our lifetime. Excuse me. And to get an idea of what it is about, it happened two more times back in June 5th, 2021, and May 20th, 2023. So emails, call logs, text messages, look them over, and it may trigger a memory on those dates. Because also in this mix is Venus and Sagittarius trines Chiron, the wounded healer. So Sagittarius is your second house of value, how you value yourself, your job, your income. I'm so sorry. I had to like cough. All right. So yeah, so Venus in Sagittarius is trining Chiron, and that's the wounded healer. So Sagittarius again for you is your value system, how you value your own self, your job, your the money you make. Um, it's not given to you. So something about your value system and this whole negotiation between this higher education or this partnership or this travel or foreigner and your communication is bringing up old painful memories. Um, and like I said, June 5th, 2021 and May 20th, 2023. So you'll know what it's about. The first two times might have been really hurtful, but you're a pro at this now. And this is about emotions that were previously repressed, and they will come out to a boil. But again, Mars is in Cancer. It's a little muted, and it's a separating opposition. Mars is at 29 degrees as well. So it's like, I'm tired. I'm done. So don't take it too much to heart. But you have your new soft spoken communication. You can charm anybody. So on the third, Mars will enter Leo. And Leo is your 10th house of career and status. So beginning on the third, just, um, temper your anger if anger is coming at you from any authority figure, okay? Because this is important for you to breeze through. I'm not covering any of that. I want to cover the next opposition, which is, well, on November 11th, I'm just going to mention Venus will enter Capricorn. So this is going to beautify and bring riches and bestow beauty on your third house of communication. This is really nice. And Venus in Capricorn is a serious, I was going to say bitch, but she's serious in Capricorn. If you do meet anyone during this time, they're going to be very distinguished looking, or um, and they'll move quickly to gain a commitment of some sort. In any case, I want to do the opposition. Here we go. November 16th, the Sun in your sign will oppose Uranus in Taurus. So this is actually normal because this is between you and a partner. Uh, and this is not a square. This is why I wanted to cover these oppositions. So it's an either or. Either you win or this partner wins. So look for those degrees in your chart and see exactly where you may feel it. And look at where Uranus is and Taurus is in your birth chart. Um, but there'll be a trine on November 21st with these two signs, with your sign and Uranus. So things will get smoothed out. And this might be just a confusion because you might not have some facts. Okay, the next one is on November 18th, Mercury in Sagittarius. So communication regarding your value system and job will be dead smack opposed to Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter is a humongous planet, and that is your eighth house of joint finances, intimacy, and the like. That's funny. Jupiter is Sagittarius' ruling planet, and it's opposing it. In any case, this is War of the Words, and it is intense. And again, it's either my way or your way. There's like no in betweens. But it forces something out of deadlock. So try to avoid arguments if you can, because don't forget, Mercury is already in shadow retrograde since the 7th, and we're talking about the 18th here. So you really are not completely informed, okay, about this opposition. You will later on. Excuse me. All right, where's my next big hitter? Where? Well, the 19th, Pluto enters Aquarius, so that's on the 19th. Where is it? On the 21st, the Sun enters Sagittarius, so the Sun will shine a spotlight on your job and position. So if anything was confusing or hidden here, nothing best disinfects anything than the Sun. Sextile, no, I'm not going to discuss sextiles. Retrograde. The only thing is this last quarter moon in Virgo on the 22nd. Virgo is your 11th house of groups, friends, associations, and your hopes and wishes for the dream. It's not a full moon, but it's still almost full moon. And it's at 1 degree, 15 minutes. So check your natal chart. But this means like if there's any uncertainty, it was because you or the other person were never entirely convinced or serious about a friendship or a project between friends, and you'll either move forward with it or you'll just end that project. And it could have started back in September because we had a full moon opposing Virgo, but there were like two options on the table then for us. So this might be one of the options that was lagging, and now Virgo wants to say, all right, we got to clean up. We got to cross those T's and dot those I's. It's meticulous like that. And sorry. And the last one is on the 27th, the Sun in Sagittarius again. Your value and your job and income will trine Mars in Leo. This is very nice. A project, a hard work, something about your job, value system, truth seeking, and adventure will be awarded. And wow, it's your 10th house of career status and like power brokers. So it's like winning some kind of an award, and you will be recognized. So take it for what it is and be magnanimous like a Leo. Share in the wealth of enjoyment. But it's a nice way to end the month. Okay, Scorpio, and by the way, half of you who listen are not subscribed. Don't you hate when people do that? Now, if you find this entertaining or informative, subscribe. It's free, or at least give it a like. It really helps out the channel. So I will talk to you in the next video, Scorpio. You take care of yourself.